Hello, hello. Happy Monday. My name is Natasha Roberson, and I am excited to be here with you guys for this week's Mentor Monday training. And today, what I want to talk to you about is call to actions and how they're going to increase your results of all of your posts, all of your digital assets, and more. This is the number one thing as I rarely, because I try to, I don't know about you guys, but I got a side note here. So in the past, I used to like spend hours lost on social media, scrolling, reading, looking at pictures and all that. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, where did my day go?" I don't know if that's you, but I use a little pro tip here. I use the tool on my phone that gives me how many hours or like your time, right? How many hours you're on different apps. I started to review that every day, which led me to awareness. And then every week now, that just leads me to just, put myself in check because there was a time where I was like, Facebook was 3 hours and Messenger was like 20 minutes. I'm like, fortune's in the follow-up, but I'm scrolling. I'm actually not having conversations. So I don't know if anybody needed to hear that, but while I do scroll every now and then, the one thing I still notice that people are missing is their call to actions. When I look at somebody's website or their lead magnet or their landing page for their sales page, right? Or their event or whatever it is, the call to actions are just either 100% missing or they're weak. They're not really giving direction to that individual. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm really, really excited to be here. I cannot wait. So tell me in the comments, how many of you are like out of 1 to 5, 1 being not so good at it, and 5 being stellar. I do a call to action every time. I get people doing that call to action, right? So on a scale of 1 to 5, where do you feel right now you are with your call to actions? The CTAs that you use on your posts, your reels, your images, your landing pages, your websites, your lead magnets, different things like that. Your emails, your text messages. I'm telling you what, call to actions are necessary. So give me on a scale of 1 to 5 where you are right now. Are you 1, 3? You're like, pretty good, pretty good. 4, I'm better than good. I'm really consistent. I could get better at the actual call to action. And then 5, you're just like crushing it. Okay. Tell me where you are. And this is what we are going to talk about today. So a call to action is a prompt that encourages that user on the other end to take a specific action, such as like sign up, buy this, subscribe here, learn more, join my list, register here, purchase your ticket, join me live. Right? There's so many call to actions. Like literally you can go to ChatGPT or to any of the AI softwares that you might love to use and just go, make me a list of 100 call to actions. And it's going to do that. It's going to do that. And here's the deal. Like until I got super, 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 super good and consistent at my call to actions, I had a list. I literally had a printed out list of the most used for me and my business and my purpose call to actions. So I always knew, here's the list I have. What one should I use on this post, on this reel, on this email, on this text, on this landing page, on this, right? Here's the biggest thing. If you don't tell your viewers, your out the user side, you don't tell them what to do, they probably are going to do nothing. Right? If you put a post out there, I mean, I've tested this. You put a post out there and you just have a post and it's a really good post. And there's no call to action. There's no comment below, like comment book below. Give me a heart emoji below. If you don't tell them what to do, most people are just going to like it, which is cool. But you spent all that time writing that caption, making sure that picture was like in line with your your result you wanted, but there was no call to action, so nothing happened. You take that same post, add a call to action in there where they can see it, where they're like, gonna take action, and watch the results. It's the same post, no call to action. You're going to have increased results over here with the call to action. It's just facts, right? It is facts. This is going to help you build your audience, build your engagement. And it really tells you, in my opinion, it tells me who's more qualified, right? I have this much time in a day, right? We all have this much time in a day. I don't need this much time wasted by trying to figure out who's qualified for the next conversation or not. I want engagement to qualify people. So now I only have to spend this much time qualifying people. I still have this much time to have conversations and close them. Make sense? So, what are some call to actions that you and your business would really probably use most of the time? Drop those in the comments. Drop some call to actions that you currently use or you know you need to start using down below. Maybe it's learn more, buy now, get started today, join me live, click here to register, right? What are the call to actions that you feel are going to be your top ones to use, right? You can have an entire list of call to actions that you populate from ChatGPT, absolutely. But I want you to highlight the ones that really align with you, your business, your purpose, your mission, right? All the things. Because there's some call to actions that, like, join me. I don't love join me. It doesn't feel right to me, but it feels right to other people. It's not that it's wrong to use or not to use, right? It's just what feels good for you with your personality, with your copy, with your videos, with your live videos, all those things. What feels good to you to use, highlight those and just have them readily available so you can like use them, right? You want your call to actions to be super clear and simple. Super clear and simple. If I have to read and then reread, what do they want me to do? I'd be like, I'm not doing anything. Probably moving on pretty quick, right? So make sure that you want it to be straightforward, very simple, and clear. Avoid jargon, right? Like slang that people wouldn't know. Like I'm telling you, I have a preteen. He's Jacoby just turned 12. And he doesn't have much slang words that he uses in the sense of like what they what they come up with in their preteen days. But some of his buddies do, and I'm like, wait, what does that mean? And he'll tell me what it means. He understands their language. But I'm like, why don't you just say? He's like, oh no, I use the real terms, but they use this, and this is what it means. And I'm like, okay, got it. So use clear language, clear language. Urgency and relevance is another big thing to think about when you want people to take action. You want to create a sense of urgency, like a limited time offer, right? So like if there's a promo you're posting about, or if there's a call coming up that's like it's happening at this time or what have you, right? You definitely want to have some urgency there. So then there's that motivate them to take immediate action. So you want to tailor that call to action to the context of the content. So if it is a call that's on Friday, you definitely want to have some urgency there, right? If it's just a evergreen call, there's not as much urgency, but you want to create urgency even when there isn't urgency so they take immediate action, right? And then the next step of your call to actions, whether it's on your landing page, your website, your caption of your social media, your reel, your graphic, whatever, is the design, right? Like, does it stand out? Is it visible? Can people see it? Does it like grab their attention? Does it tell them what to do without them having to read? And then, oh, right? You want to have good placement. You want to have good color, whether it's bolded or like on your landing page and like lead magnets and stuff. You want to have your, you know, kind of bold brand color. So it's like stands out to them. Placement is key, especially when people are like in this, you know, world of everything's on mobile, everything's crazy. Then listen, you want that to be in that first fold. So always look when you post something, you always want to look, where's that call to action? Are they going to see it? Right? So sometimes images are bigger and then they post them and then the call to actions at the bottom, you don't actually see that call to action until you click open the picture. That's placement. You always want to test it and you can always make adjustments and edit it. But call to actions, if they aren't seen, the result is zero. Whether you put it there or not, if it's not seen, you definitely are going to get a big fat zero for a result of that call to action. So when you think about different assets like websites and landing pages versus emails and newsletters versus social media, there's some different things here, right? So you want to have some call to actions on all of those. But when it comes to websites and landing pages, you definitely want those call to actions on the homepage, on the product pages, on the landing pages. Each call to action should align with the page's objection. Okay. Or objection, the objective, my goodness. The objective, like what is that page about? Does the call to action align with the content? If so, sweet, rock and roll. When it comes to emails and newsletters, you definitely want to drive action, like open this email, right? Click through to the website or make this purchase. So first and foremost, when I talk about newsletters or emails, it's you first got to get them to open. So your call to action, your subject line is that urgency, that excitement, that like, why are they going to open it, right? So with that, your call to action kind of starts at that subject line because it has to be intriguing enough for them to open it. Then the call to action within the actual email or newsletter is what's next, right? What's next from there? And then when it comes to your social media, you want to have you want to craft some short but compelling call to actions for your social media and encourage like likes, shares, and comments and clicks, right? You want to encourage those easy things, those call to actions that are super easy for them so that they can make that quick thing like comment yes, comment no, comment with a green heart, comment with a GIF below, right? You want to have quick, simple things that allow them to do some very fast things like share this or comment this and so forth. And then as all things, we always want to test and we always want to optimize, meaning we just adjust to get better results. You always want to take a look, what worked, what didn't work, what might I do different next time, right? So you always want to analyze it. You want to track your click-throughs, like, okay, this especially with your websites, landing pages, and emails and stuff, you can see analytics where it tells you the numbers, where you had this amount of click-throughs. Okay, that was pretty low. How do I make it better? Or that was awesome. Let me take note on what I did here so I can do it more often, right? And so if I could close this with anything, it is 100% call to actions will increase your results. If you are not consistently using call to actions on all of your content, whether it's a website, landing page, lead magnet, email, newsletter, social media post, reel, live, right? All the things. If you're not using call to actions, don't expect big results. Just don't expect it. There are times that I don't put a call to action on a post. I'm just sharing something life, right? I'm just sharing about the kids or football or what have you. I don't expect massive results on that. Like I didn't ask them to comment. I didn't ask them to do anything. Now, if I'm doing a post about a upcoming event or register here or, watch my live or share this out, I'm like, that was my call to action. I'm looking for direct results to that call to action. Did it deliver results or did it not? What might I do different? Does all make sense? So I encourage you to, number one, we have above here, we have a lead magnet that's call to actions. If you're like, I need to get more call to actions in my life, in my content, in my everything, then guess what? All you need to do is download our freebie. You can find the link up in the comment, in the caption. And what you're going to do is just download that and enjoy, take it in and put it into action. put it into action. So with that, have an incredible day. And I cannot wait to see how your call to action game increases your results.